Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a beauty empties. As usual, it's a lot of skincare. I mean, not even a lot of stuff, to be honest. I'm trying to use more things, as you can tell. I'm trying to play around a little bit with the stuff that I've got. I don't know how this happened, honestly. Do you know what I think it was? It was the eyeliner. I started doing makeup and I was like, I want to do a liquid liner. I've not done a liquid liner in so long because my eyes are not only hooded, but like inequally hooded. So like I'll do this and I'll be doing the whatever and then I look like this. And this one is a lot further, like it's so much further down than this one. So then it looks like I've just really unevenly done my makeup. It's getting a little bit crazy. Like this whole side of my face feels like it's collapsing at a rate of knots compared to this side. It's bananas. I once went to, I think it was a facialist, I can't remember, and she asked me if I drive for a living because this side of my face is so weathered, if you will. It's almost like I'm constantly in the car and this side of my face, you know those pictures of people who it's like half the face is not damaged and the other half because they've been driving for like 4 years. That's basically what she said. So yeah, the further this goes, I think we're gonna get like, this almost feels like it's getting higher. It's crazy, it's crazy. Anyway, all that is to say, I don't do a winged liner very often for that reason. So I'm going to do like, I'm going to be like this whole video. But when I put it on, I was like taken back to 2015. I did a winged liner just constantly. It was, I looked like, you know, when someone takes the glasses off and you're like, oh, what's wrong with your eyes? That's what I looked like when I took off my liquid liner. So I was inspired to go back to some old school makeup. The lip I've got on, by the way, is NYX. It's Rosy Sunset lip liner with, the lipstick is, it'll come to me, Smashbox Paris Pink in matte. This is so old, I don't know if any of these things are available anymore, but that's what I'm wearing. And yeah, just, and then this as well. I used to wear this jumper all the time, and I found this when I went through my makeup, my clothes the other day. We're never going to get to the empties. On Saturday, I think, I'm going to have a video up on like decluttering my closet, shopping my closet, kind of all that stuff. And this was one of the things that I found and was like, oh, I love it. I love it. It's such a weird fabric. It's like an acrylic-y. It's a strange one. Like a plastic knit is kind of how I look at these. It's got a zip in the back. It's so strange, but yeah, really takes me back. Anyway, I also wanted to put my hair down because it's not going to be here for very long. We're going short. I don't know how short right now. That's what I'm tempted by. I'm just so sick of detangling it and I really want to change. So some of you will be upset, but I'm sure you'll move on. Let's get into the actual empties. I've got a couple of cleansers. The Deep Cleansing Oil from DHC. This I've been using for quite a while now because it lasted ages. It was one of those like oil to gel, oil to cleanser things. So you put it on your face when it's dry, and then when you put water on your face, it kind of washes away, takes all of the grime and the makeup with it. It doesn't leave any kind of residue on your face. It doesn't feel like you've now got to rinse it off with something else, which I really liked because I'm sure a double cleanse is fantastic. But I don't always feel like it. I know. And with this, you don't have to do it. I think what it is I hate to be told I have to do something. And because this works without it, then I'll happily double cleanse through choice. But if you tell me that you have to use a second cleanser, then I get annoyed at the first cleanser. I think that's what it is. This was really nice. It can be quite expensive. You can get it on good deals occasionally, but it lasts a really long time. So I would recommend that. I think it's really nice. And it's supposed to be really good even if you've got acne. The Dr. Jart Cicapair Tiger Grass Enzyme Foam Cleanser. This is just a mini one. Ella gave me this because she didn't like it. It was fine. It was a real weird one. This is kind of more like a gel cleanser, and without liquid, it was like real thick and sticky. So you had to really wet your hands before you put it on your face because it was just like, I don't know how to describe it. It was a really thick cleanser. It was really strange. So I would do the oil or whatever it was that I'm taking my makeup off with, and then I would use something like this with my Foreo facial brush device, and yeah, that just kind of did that job, but I wouldn't purchase that. Wasn't exciting, quite expensive actually they are. And I just, maybe there's someone out there that's like, oh, this is the most amazing texture of a cleanser I've ever had, but I'm not that person. Skin and Me, I use one of these up every month. I don't always use the whole thing up. Sometimes you've got a little bit more in it than it seems. If you don't know, this is also my nails are terrible. I was making lots of stone pots for our candles this week. So all my nail polish was just scuffed and took it all off yesterday. Anyway, you get a monthly doser, or it's a daily doser, but you get it monthly. You twist it up, you get the right amount to use that day, put it on at night time, put on your moisturizer, whatever else you're using, and this does all your serums. So this has got azelaic acid, niacinamide and tretinoin. Tretinoin is the part of this that was the reason that I subscribed. I think it's 3 years I've been subscribed to this now. And you can't get this over the counter. Tretinoin is something that needs to be prescribed to you. And that was the reason. I think there's other brands, other services that do similar things, but that was the thing. That was the thing within this that was like, this is totally worth it. It helped with my melasma. It really helped to even out all of that pigmentation that I had and fade. And over time, it's supposed to be one of the most amazing ingredients in terms of like anti-aging. So I'm prepared to commit long term. I've got a couple of makeup products, which is a weird one, I know, but I do. This one, I just discovered. It just came out now. It's dried up and broken. So this is the Colour Sensational lip liner in, I mean, it doesn't really matter what, oh, Palest Pink. Palest Pink, are we calling that Palest Pink? It's got fibres all over it now. From Maybelline. And I opened this up thinking this would be the perfect lip liner for today. And there was nothing inside it. And I realised it's just come out of the tube and it's just kind of like dried up and horrible. I find that with these mechanical pencils, I think that they are more exposed to the air because they're not like within a proper pencil. If it's a proper pencil and it gets a bit dry, you sharpen it a little bit and it's creamy and beautiful. With a mechanical one, it might be a little bit easier to use because you don't have to sharpen it, but I don't think they last as long. So I don't think that because I love a collection of lip liners, possibly more than I like lipstick, they're just the ones that I can find, like put my hands on. Because I love a lip liner and I like to have like loads of different colours of lip liners. I'm not going to necessarily use it up very quickly, so I like a pencil lip liner. And I think I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm not going to buy mechanical ones because that's happened too often. I have finally used up, or I think I have because it's not really coming out of this now, the little mini Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape that I bought. When did I buy this? Middle of last year? I feel like I bought this forever ago. It could have been October or something. Could have been close to the end. But quite a long time ago because this is pretty much the only... I have been using the Bobbi Brown one occasionally. But if I use concealer, I have been more so reaching for this one since I got it. And it was just a teeny. So I didn't think it was going to last me very long at all. And I suppose in the grand scheme, but I think it did last pretty well. I got the shade Light Neutral. There weren't that many options for shades in the travel size, and I wanted to get the travel size because the original Shape Tape was not my vibe at all. It was so thick and heavy and cakey and everyone was just like swiping it all the way under their eyes. I didn't get it at all. So yeah, that wasn't for me. I had to try this in a smaller size. I did not want to be committing to the big one, but I think I will buy one of these now. I was really impressed with it. Totally hydrating. Didn't feel like it was like aging me like the other one did. I'd recommend it. And I'd recommend the mini if you want to trial it because I think you get a lot of use out of it. And then I feel like there's more stuff that I've used up. I think there's a basket of things that I can't find. But I came to sit down and film this and was like, where is that basket? Next month's might be a beastie one. So the last thing I want to talk about is this. It's the Radox. Honestly, I keep going back to it. And it's changed and it's never going to be the same. There was a time where every empties, I could show you a stack of like 10 of these. I loved them. I used a whole box every single time I used them. It was actually legitimately something that helped my back pain. I don't understand how it works. I don't get it. But I just know it doesn't do anything for me anymore. Whether or not I'm talking about it now and I'm like, it's on my mind, it's on my mind. Whether or not I'm just kind of now past the point of no return, past the point of help, feels that way. I actually sent, I messaged my friend Karen and said, I'm the real Karen, because I actually sent a complaint to my doctors. They're coming for me. It was not acceptable. And being come for sending a letter of complaint to my GP surgery. Never in my life. I am not a complainer. Like, I'll complain to a business or something like that if something's really out of order, but I'm not. If someone just brought me completely the wrong food in a restaurant, I would just eat it. I'm not someone who'd complain. And especially to a GP surgery, I feel like the people in the actual place, like the reception, it's not their fault. They must be the worst job in the world. They must have to put up with the worst people. So I would never complain directly to them, but I sent an email. I was so angry. I just kind of got to the point this past week. If you watch my vlogs, I just got to the point this past week and I just thought, I feel so much that I'm being dismissed, and they cancelled my repeat prescription without talking to me or giving me any alternative pain relief after taking something 4 times a day for 2 years. They just cancelled it and didn't have a conversation with me. So I just snapped. After also being referred to a pain clinic, very vaguely, of like, they'll contact you one day. So yeah, I said to my friend, I'm the real Karen now. I'm the real Karen. How did we get on this subject? Radox. So yeah, maybe my doctor's right, and 1, possibly past the point of help. 2, possibly just making it up. Possibly just want some attention. 3, Radox has changed. I think it's that. Someone messaged me the other day and said that they tried it recently, this same one, and it was so oily that it was like basically a horrible bath time experience. That's not, I haven't experienced that. It is an oily product. There is oil in it, and it is like leaves a coating in the bath. Always has done that for me. But maybe that's because I use so much of it. But the actual effect of it, I don't know. Anybody recommend? Can anybody recommend an Epsom salt or something that you put in your bath that you're like, this is amazing, so relaxing? Answer on a postcard. I will accept any suggestions at this point, any at all. But yeah, what a random ramble. I have not been great this week with the old YouTube. I have got a ton of stuff that I want to make videos about. I'm going to do there's a few. I want to do some skincare stuff. I want to do more like what's in my makeup bag. I want to switch it up a bit of like, I'm going through steadily and doing a lot of declutters and organisation of all of my stuff. And I want to do some videos on like styling, but I want to do it from the perspective of like, we're just all trying to figure this shit out. This is styling from a very normal person perspective, not styling like I live in London and my job is to walk around and take pictures of myself. No shade, that sounds great, but that's not my life. I think actual life, styling actual life might be nice. And I also want to do more like switching up makeup stuff and maybe trying stuff that's discontinued, trying stuff that I haven't used for a while. Just, I'm feeling it. And I'm telling you now, when I chop up all this hair, I just feel like 2015 Kyla is going to come back and be like, I'm here. We're not going super blonde though. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just feel it's going to be short. I'm over it. I'm done. It grows. It grows. I found pictures that I posted. I had a real self-indulgent evening on Instagram where I went way back in my own Instagram pictures and showed you how quickly it would grow, just because I know I'm going to get some shit for cutting my hair. Some people are like, cut it, it's going to be great. And then there's just this subsect of people who feel really strongly about my hair. And they've always felt really strongly about my hair and never had any kind of feeling of, maybe I shouldn't say that. So yeah, I showed a picture where it was literally like just below my ear. And then within 2 years, it was like to here. It grows, and it grows quickly as long as you don't mess about with it. So if I hate it, it'll grow. I'll be absolutely fine. But I actually feel like it's going to give me, I feel like the whole thing of like, let's cut it off and start again. All of these years of me, let's get rid of them. Let's cut them off, be done with them, start fresh, / also turn it back to 2015 and get my groove back. I'm also thinking of trying to donate my hair, which a few people told me you can't do because it's coloured, but you can. You can. And apparently it needs to be, oh, there it is. Apparently it needs to be at least 8 inches. I've looked into this. It needs to be at least 8 inches. And that's 8 inches to where my, and I like, surely. So if I go like actual bob, then surely I can get at least 8 inches. Like I've got a few layers in the very top, but even for the bottom parts. I'm going to try. And if I do that, I'll do a little fundraiser as well at the same time. So look out for that. Gosh, I haven't talked to anyone all day and I'm going to start work soon. So it's probably good that I got this out of my system with you guys instead of like logging on, calling someone on Teams and just being like, please talk to me.
To get back the life I used to know.